This is a tool that I've wanted for a long time. Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. I'm talking about the Sinclair International Concentricity Gauge. This is a great tool to measure things like case neck concentricity with respect to the case body and bullet runout. In this video, I'm going to show you how this tool works, and I'm going to compare it to other methods of checking concentricity. Let's get started. So the Sinclair Concentricity Gauge is available as a package with the dial indicator, and it's also available without the dial indicator if you already have one with a standard 3/8 inch stem on it. And what the tool consists of is a metal platform. This is all metal construction, which is great. And there's a post here which has the support for the dial indicator on it. And what you want to do with this is swing it until it's directly over these roller blocks. There's two blocks. They have these clamps here. And what you want to do is take a cartridge. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor cartridge. And yes, that's a Hornady A-tip bullet. Stay tuned for more information on that. You're going to basically get them spaced so that the roller blocks are near the case rim and near the shoulder, and then move them forward while you kind of hold the dial indicator tip out of the way. We're going to clamp the back first. I'm just going midway down the bullet. It's really up to you in terms of which reading you want to take. We're going to get pretty far forward here and then clamp this one down. Okay, so now we've got the dial indicator tip, looks pretty well centered over the bullet center line. And what we can do now is just rotate, and you can see we've got very good concentricity. I can adjust the zero. There's a little lock on the dial indicator there. Yeah, there we're at like plus or minus about 1/2 of a thousandth of an inch, which is a really great result. Now we can take another cartridge and really quickly perform the same reading. This one's got a little bit more run out, plus or minus 1 on that one, and a third. Another about plus or minus 1/1000th of an inch. So this uses a different operating principle compared to the Hornady tool, for instance, which holds both ends of the cartridge and spins it and reads the runout in that fashion. Here, you're hypothetically spinning the cartridge around the center line of the shell casing itself. And what that allows you to do, we're going to take this and move this a little bit, is check for case neck concentricity. So this time we're going to get this, we're going to get the indicator right over the middle of the neck, and then I'm going to adjust the rear here, get them both locked down. Now we have to press down while we're rotating with any of these readings that we're taking. We can check the concentricity of the case neck with respect to the body, and that looks really good. Excellent on that. Let's check a fired case, which is usually going to be pretty good because it's been all formed to the chamber of the rifle, which should be very straight. So this is a great way to troubleshoot sizing dies and different case prep processes. I just in the process of putting together a video about forming 25-45 sharps, and I saw a fair bit of neck run out after about 4 different operations and formings, and then once I fire formed in the rifle, it was perfect. Another anneal and you're ready to shoot. So here we have a brand new Lapua case. Looks like we're about dead on. That is some good quality. So that's how the Sinclair concentricity gauge works. Now I also use a couple other similar methodologies. If you watched my 14 single stage reloading press video, you saw on the Precision Matthews lathe how I used L.E. Wilson case holders from their case trimming system to revolve the entire cartridge and take readings for case neck concentricity and bullet runout. It's a lot like the method used here and the basic principles of how the Sinclair concentricity gauge works. The only difference is the Precision Matthews lathe method that I showed will mimic how the rifle's chamber will support the cartridge, whereas the Sinclair tool, if there's irregularities in the case, like a dent, you'll see a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a bump in the movement of the needle. This gauge, however, is great for any reloader that's wanting to check both case neck concentricity and bullet run-up. You don't have a lathe or all of the extra time that it takes to do that kind of a setup. And I've gotten pretty similar results. I actually checked this gauge against some of the results with the same identical dummy cartridges from that video. And then there's also the Hornady concentricity tool. And this tool works by spinning the entire cartridge, but it's kind of held between centers. The tip of the bullet and the case rim are supported. The entire cartridge revolves, so you can't check case neck concentricity because if there's wobble, there's also going to be a little bit of wobble in the case body itself. The nice thing about this tool is that you can actually nudge the entire cartridge to correct for a certain amount of bullet misalignment. And I've also tested the Hornady concentricity tool with the Sinclair concentricity gauge and observed similar readings. So multiple tools for the job. I think this is hard to beat, and you can save a little money if you already have a dial indicator. Look for this tool in upcoming stories, and on that note, make sure you're subscribed with notifications because we've got a lot more precision rifle content coming up. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I've got Ultimate Reloader shirts at the Ultimate Reloader store. I'm on Patreon, and I'll have links to this tool. If you want to buy this, you can buy this from Brownells, and you can click right through and do that. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.